Hello, the internet! It is Saturday, the 22nd of April, 2023, and welcome back to the channel. For those of you that might not be aware, finally have fiber internet to the premises right here, right now. In fact, I am streaming on the fiber, as I have done now for 5 days, I think, 5 different streams. And it is fantastic. It is great. It is reliable. I am psyched. I'm stoked. By the way, I see 3 watching and only 1 like. Can you tickle on the like button? That'd be great. That'd be like a little moral booster, if you like. So yeah, I'm really happy. I'm really stoked. But I did notice that the plan that I'm on with Aussie Broadband is capped. So the upload speed is capped to 50 megabits a second. Now, here's the thing. Probably don't need any more than 50 megabits a second. However, in the interest of trying new things and being able to see what potentially could happen, I would like to go higher than 50. I have fiber. We could be pumping through a gigabit a second up and down. We could be, we should be, but the problem is, seems like in Australia, certainly with Aussie Broadband, they limit these ridiculous upload speeds to enterprise. These are the enterprise plans. It's just another way of saying we'll charge you more for it. So residential usage maxes out at 50 megabits a second with Aussie Broadband. The question is simple to you yahoos. Recommend me an RSP, an ISP, retail service provider, internet service provider, same thing. Recommend me one of those in Australia that has higher than 50 megabits upload speed per second. That's it. That's all I want to know. I mean, I could research it myself, and I probably will, but it's more fun when you do it with crew. It's more fun live, right? So we can do it together. We'll do a speed test here. I'll show you what I've got going, and we'll talk about it because, okay, here's my take on it. I don't really know why upload speeds are so hampered in Australia. Internet should be both ways, right? Every single time you click anything, you're uploading. Whether that be clicking a search item on Google, whether that be clicking next on Amazon for the products you're looking at, whether that be clicking on a Facebook photo, whether that be clicking on scrolling endlessly through TikTok, right? You're constantly uploading. You're sending packets to the internet and then you're receiving. For some reason, Australia is like, well, we're only going to focus on the down, forget the up. And that could be a hangover effect, if you like, from the shitty internet services that we've had, or the technology that we've employed in this country for so long. I'm talking about the mixed technology mode, the rollout with the ADSL crap and the fiber to the node and all that gunk doesn't really facilitate uploads at all. But now, in 2023, when we actually have access to fiber to the premises, a lot of people are getting this. You know my saga, right? I've already gone through the saga and finally have it. So the idea is, why not use it? Do we need it to stream 1080-60? No. Would it be nice to see what it's like? Absolutely. At this stage, the plan that I'm on is a gigabit down and 50 up. Now, when we get to the speed test, I'll show it to you. I don't actually get a gig down. Strangely enough, I'm getting about 500 meg down and I'm getting about 45 up, which doesn't matter that it's not quite the 50. But the reason it's not a gig down is because my final run of cabling is Cat 5 from my network termination device in the garage into the house, like up in the ceiling and across and down into the computer area, the modem area. That's a Cat 5 cable. And I was told, and this is a little bit weird, I was told that Cat 5 maxes out at 100 megabits, certainly over a run of nearly, well, it's 40 meters. Probably a little bit less, maybe 38 meter run, including the up, across and down and whatnot. And I was told over 50 meters, Cat 5 will cop out at 100 megabits a second. So the fact that we're getting 500 is a little bit strange, but it's not what I'm paying for. So the idea is to eventually run a Cat 6 or probably a Cat 5e cable or a Cat 6, and then you'll have the theoretical gigabit speeds, right? Yo, in the chat, TKK99, how you doing, man? Hey, Gibbs, how you doing, buddy? You're the first person here. I hope you slid on that like button and you came in the doorway. I see 4 watching and 2 likes. I'll take that ratio, half and half. It's like upload and download speed. So that's my problem. That's my problem right now. I haven't got the correct cabling, but this is thinking ahead. So right now, the cabling I've got does theoretically max out the available upload speed of 50. So let's do a little speed test. Let's go over here. Now I'll go to fast.com and we'll do a testy here, fast.com. So you can see, yeah, we're pumping out 420. This is download, don't forget. This is just download. Now, I will show you the upload speed, but I want to hide my ISP from all you fine young trolls. Let me just hide it with a little blur action, a little black blur. So this should show us the upload. Hasn't quite finished uploading yet, but it's looking at 30. It's going to hit 30 by the looks of it. And we are live right now, so there's a little bit of bandwidth sucked out for the stream. So 30 megabits a second up. There's a 10 millisecond ping, and it loaded 21 milliseconds worth of data. 310 meg of data to be fact to the download, and 70 uploaded. So that's the speeds that we're dealing with here. Now, quite simply, I would like you to come on into my chat and say, have you heard of this RSP? You should be looking at that. And I don't mind bumping from, you know what we should do? Let's take a little look at Aussie Broadband and see what their plans are. Because it's a bit of a shock, right? A bit of a shock. The Aussie Broadband, they're giving you enterprise is their plans, NBN plans. We just want an NBN plan. And I'm just going to see what they max out at. Bundles, no. Find out, and this is obviously fiber only. You don't want to put your address in, you just want to see the plan, right? Either way, this is it here. NBN, can you see that? NBN Powerhouse, $150 a month, gigabit down and 50 up. That's it. Unless you go to enterprise, it's a shame, isn't it? Like 50 up, 1,000 down, or 250 down and 25 up, or 100 down and 20 up, or 50 down and 20 up. It's a shame, isn't it? TKK, I'm on the same plan as you with Aussie. I'm getting 716 down and 46 right now. That's on HFC, hybrid fiber coax. Yeah, right. That's pretty good, dude. I'd be pretty happy with that. How reliable is it? Because my sister has the HFC cable back up in Janali, and hers is all over the shop with connectivity. I guess we could find the enterprise. Here we go. Enterprise plans. I'll open this up in a separate tabskis. Again, we don't want to put the. We just want to see their plans is. So here they're NBN enterprise 100. I mean, that'd be cool, right? Symmetrical speeds. 250, 250. That's cool. 500, 500, or a gig. Like, hell yeah. I mean, this is obviously overkill, and I don't know how much they charge for that, right? You gotta select your support packages. So yeah, they're gonna smash you. It's gonna be extremely expensive, even for this minimum 100. But that'd be cool. That would be cool. So let's do a search, because none of you are suggesting anything. Let's do a suggestion search in the Google. Best Australian RSP for fiber, because it's got to be fiber, upload speeds. Let's see what the machine of Google pulls up. Broadband performance data by the ACCC. Here's one. Whistle out. June 2022, last year. NBN plans with the best upload speeds. Let's check this out. It's a news article, huh? From Whistle Out, best NBN providers for fast upload speed. Average percent of maximum upload speeds. Okay, so all hours, 89%. Okay, so Exetel and Launtel are up the top, along with Optus. Shit, okay. Aussie Broadband at the second from the bottom. Shit. Here's what plans from these providers look like across the four most popular NBN speed tiers. Are you serious? 25 megabits? Get that ad out of the way. Seriously? I mean, they're lower than... What the hell? This is shithouse. Maximum upload speed, 1 megabit. What the hell? Where? Are you telling me that Aussie Broadband is the best? What the hell's going on? That's rubbish, dude. That's from June last year. Things have changed, maybe? Huh, that's my stream right there. Interesting. Wow, okay. I mean, are we stuck here? Is that it? Is that the best it's going to get? From April this year, Australia's best NBN plans ranked by speed. That might be what we need. Family Guy. Okay, blah, bling, blong, blang. Is this across the board? You can't be serious. These are just shitty speeds. 25 up. What? NBN 50. I bet they're talking about download speeds here. NBN 100. So these are download speeds, 100 megabits typical evening speed, or is that upload? Fuck, and why have we got this weird situation where we can't tell whether they're talking about upload or download? It's so confusing. Australia. I just do a search for the word upload. Dude, the word upload doesn't even come up in a search. And to confirm that searching is working, type the word the. So the word the comes up. The word upload doesn't even come up. Seriously? There's the word download? No, there's the word download. Man, that's dubious, isn't it? Australia. Awesome. TKK, those speed tiers come from the NBN code, not RSP. Yeah, I am aware of that. I'm aware of that. NBN co need to get their act together and get with the times. No. So I am aware that the basic speed tier levels are set by the NBN co, but some RSPs provide additional. In the case of Aussie Broadband, they word it as enterprise. So what I'm asking is, are there any RSPs in Australia that provide faster than 50 megabits a second upload that are not considered enterprise plans? That's what I'm looking for. And it's just, again, Australia, you make this into a massive clusterfuck of confusion when it doesn't need to be, because fiber internet provides synchronous back and forward. Why they've done this weird cappage of confusion? If you're paying for gigabit, you should be getting gigabit forward and backward. If you're paying for 50, you should be getting 50 up, 50 down. If you're paying for 100, you should be getting 100 up, 100 down. I just don't get it, and it's a shame that it's like we've got the pipe now, but they're limiting how much we can put through the pipe, which is a shame because the pipe is there. I want to turn that on, at least for a little while. I want to turn that on full and just go, oh, that's what good internet feels like, right? That's what unlimited high-speed internet feels like. Well, la-di-da. Now I go outside and look at Ayers Rock and say, I can't believe I'm in Australia. You have to have a big set of binoculars to see Ayers Rock. Oh, sorry, Uluru from here. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've been so screwed for so long in this country that now we're sort of at that point where it's tipped over and people are getting access, and for free. Let's not forget this fiber is free. Aside from the plan, you've got to pay the RSP, but the install is free. That's wonderful, right? This is incredible. So why not let us use it? It's like putting a racing car on a racing track saying, well, you still got speed limits here, buddy. You want to win the Bathurst 1000? Yeah, funnily enough, the Bathurst gigabit. You want to win the Bathurst gigabit, you still got to keep to 70 and go around anywhere you see people, you got to drop down to 40. And that's a school zone right there. Why did you put a school zone on a racing track? Hashtag Australia. They didn't actually do that, but it wouldn't be surprised if they did do it. So that's what I'm looking for. Is there a plan here in Australia that's not considered enterprise that's going to get more than 50 megabits a second upload? Yeah, it doesn't look like it though. But someone was telling me on my internet machine, on my Streamski, on my channel, where's this link? So this goes to my YouTube channel, but on my video that I put up on my channel, hey, keep me down. Go to my channel. I put up a video here last night, and someone commented here about ISP. Yeah, here, Mark Carasconi. Some other ISPs offer plans with greater upload speeds. We've got our installed booker for this coming Monday, and we've decided to go with Launtel, specifically for their 500-200 plan, as I work from home. Well, let's go and see. I mean, work from home tells me it's enterprise, but let's go and see. Aussie have a 250-100 plan, but that is $209. And that's what I'm saying. That, and yeah, maybe I wasn't making that super clear, TKK. That plan is considered enterprise, right? That's an enterprise plan. Now, look, you could argue, well, you are running a business from home, live streaming, your content creation. Yes, but I'm looking to see, is there anybody in Australia that's giving you faster than 50 megabits a second upload without having to prove that you're a business, I guess. Yo, Craig in the house. How you doing, man? So true. Australia is so behind with plans, especially uploads. Fully, man. It sucks, isn't it? Like Australia is so lousy when it comes to so many things, and yet we have such a good opportunity to set the pace. Like, we let ourselves down in this country, for sure. Aussie, and sometimes. It's not always oi, oi, oi. What's this? Launtel. Fast and flexible internet service provider, launtel.net.au. Okay, let's take a look. This guy's got a moustache, so therefore he's reliable. He's also hip with the children, and he's down for the sound. Launtel is built differently to other telcos from the ground up. Fibre upgrades, we've already got the fibre, so that's cool. Check if your address is available. Look at the address, 999 Landsborough Highway, Walkabout Creek. I mean, you'd be looking at an interesting selection of services there. So you can't just see what they've got. Residential. You got to put your address in. I hate these ones where you got to put your address in. I've got fiber. Why does it matter where I live? Gaming, get the gamer's edge here. Low latency. Okay, well. Okay, so they got a specific plan for gaming. Okay, well, that's pretty cool. 420 Bogan Road, Quamby Brook. Look at these addresses. 420 Bogan Road. They've obviously made this shit up to be funny. I mean, I just want to see what their plans are, but it looks like I'm going to have to put my address in, so I'll do that off scene, obviously. We don't appear to have an update game. I'll just put in the address here. 420 Bogan Road. Okay, let's see. Looks like we can connect you. Estimated connection time 20 minutes to 48 hours. Fiber technology type, fiber to the premises. I can show you. Oh no, I can't. Got my address right there. Serviceable by fiber drop and NTD is in place. Sign me up now. I just want to see the plan. Show me the fucking plans, dude. Okay, here we go. Okay, so I can show you this. I'm just reading something here with my address on it. So, fiber to the premises. Your fiber to the premises connection is used in circumstances where a fiber optic line will run from the nearest available. Okay, we've already got that. Fast activation. Your own private DIY portal. Okay, so there are. Okay, this is interesting. Let's go over here. Next steps. Select your option. Select the best option for your daily budget. You got a daily budget on this. That's interesting. So you've got all of the regular upload plans here that you see on other ISPs. Maximum upload 25, 40, 20, 25. I don't care at all about these download speeds, right? So that's that. But then if you scroll further down, hashtag NQFast 450, upload 50. Here we go. NBN 250 100. Now this is what this gentleman would have been talking about on my video, Mark Caracsoni. So he's got Launtel for 500 200 plan. Yo, Craig, Cat 6 is definitely a lot cheaper than it used to be. Just remember that generally 30 meters for Cat cabling, but please look up the drop-off speeds per Cat version. Yeah, okay. Well, I was told 5E is going to be suitable for a 30 or a 40 meter run. I would happily go Cat 6 to future-proof it, depending on the costing. And this person also said, Billy Watson, go Cat 6A. It's not much more expensive, and you can do 10 gigabit. Okay, so Cat 6A. So I just thought this was interesting. NBN 250 down and 100 up, or 1,000 down and 400 up. Unlimited data. $12 a day. So you got to look at the monthly fee here, right? Calculator. $12 times, let's say 30 days in a month, skins. $360 a month for internet? Yeah, no. Going down to 250 down and 100 up is $550 a day. So that by 30 days looks approximately $165. So we're still having these exorbitant prices for internet, right? I mean, it's wonderful to have access to this and to have these speeds, but how about they start charging it accordingly? Like, is that a suitable amount of money to pay for internet? I'm asking the rest of the planet here. Hey Siri, what's 165 Australian dollars in US dollars?
$165 is 110 US dollars and 45 cents, according to Yahoo Finance.
According to Yahoo Finance, that's 110 US dollars a month for internet. And the speeds are 250 down and 100 up. And the data is unlimited, which I can't believe they've even got to say that. Like, is there anyone, and if there are, they should be shot. Is there any RSPs that are still providing plans that are capped data? And when you go over your speed, they tether the speed even further? If there are, that's like, they should be held accountable for that. It's 2023 and they've still got to put the word unlimited data. That's like saying, here's the water, but you can only have a glass of it every day. But I need more than a glass to survive. Well, that's all you can have. You've got, if you want to drink more water, it's going to be, what's the metaphor here I'm going for? You can't really. It's either water or it's not. It's going to be salt water. No, that's a stupid. What I'm saying is we shouldn't have to have the words unlimited data. It's a given, right? Yet that's not a selling point. And if you're trying to sell me internet based upon there's an unlimited amount of it you can use, then go back to 1995, right? Unbelievable. Well, I see. I mean, if anybody knows a better one than Launtel, it's a discount code. It says here, note above, these prices include a daily discount for new customers up until yesterday, the 21st of April. So that's not even the normal prices. So it's actually dearer. Maybe we'll leave it as it is. What a crock. They don't even give you a static IP for this. Can I get a static IP? I don't need one, but it would be nice. You can, however, it's not included free of charge. Yeah, okay. What a shame. I mean, that is pretty cool that they do provide faster internet, but damn, Yeah, what a shame. Let's go Buck. Let's go Buck and see if anyone's got any other suggestions. Yeah, okay. Oh, that's Craig Hocking there. Okay, I see your comment there, dude. Yeah. Yeah, and you asked about, is it Cat 5 or Cat 5e? So I did buy, I bought this Cat 5 cable, about 50 meters of it. I bought it about 4 years ago. The idea was, I still have them here. The idea was that I'd use, was it this? Yeah, no. Yeah, it was this. The idea was that I'd take my Cat 5 cable, run it from my computer 50 meters out to the headland, which is 50 meters away, and I could do a live stream. This is before I had a live view solo, before I could go IRL streaming with just a camera and a stream encoder. I wanted to encode my stream still on my laptop, but I wanted the camera to be away from the laptop. So I looked at how the best way to get your camera, away from the keyboard, and it turned out to be a Cat 5 cable with a Cat 5 patch cable in here, turns it to HDMI, sends it across the signal, then you have to patch it back in here and then plug it in. That's what I bought that for. And once I did that, we did a few streams up there on the headland, and it worked fine. But then I bought a Live View Solo, which is a stream encoder, which basically is like having a laptop anywhere in the world. So I don't use that anymore. And the Cat 5 cable just stayed in here, just gathering dust. So if anybody has any other suggestions, when we had Lawntel, what were the other suggestions? NBN speed tiers explained. Internet providers will soon need to advertise upload speeds. Can you believe that they weren't even required to? This goes back to November 2022. Look at this news article. Australian internet providers have 3 months to add typical busy to the limit. Oh, they got to provide the typical upload speeds. Wow. Gadgetguy.com. August last year. NBN download speeds improve while uploads remain. I guess that's going to be stagnant. Yeah, dude, I just guessed that word. Hey, I did not see this article, but it says stagnant, and I guessed it. If you notice slightly faster internet over the past few months, you're not just imagining things. A recent report from the ACCC found that download speeds for retail NBN fixed line connections are on the rise. Average download speeds across fixed line connections at 99.9% of the advertised speed plan, up from the previous quarter, blah, bling, blang, bling. In the context of the report, blah, blue, blah, blong. Exetel, we'll check that one out, I guess. Exetel, based in Sydney, led the way for retailers during busy hours with a download. Who gives a flying fuck about the download? Upload speeds remain reasonably below what the RSPs are selling. In the same May period, uploads averaged 86% of what they said they would be. It's good to see download speeds increasing. No, they're fine as they are. Let's go and check out this ISP, Exetel. Exetel. Award-winning cyber-safe NBN. They've really got the word cyber in there. Why don't we all go surf the internet while we're there? You put the word cyber in there? Seriously, cyber. Oh man, super out of touch, eh? This is just cringe. Anyway. Wow, 50 meg, so that's down, $50 a month. View the plans. And uploads at 50, 25, 40, 20, 20. So they don't even provide anything past that. I guess they've got enterprise about speeds. No upload speed mentioned there. Upload speed. No address found. I wasn't searching an address. I was searching your website, I thought, but apparently I'm searching for an address. Okay, Exetel. Okay, that sucks. View fast fiber plans. Their fast plans are all capped at 50 on the up. What a shit scenario, folks. I guess we're not going to achieve anything here today. Ah, dear. Well, on the upside, there's a fiber internet connection here. It's limited to what we can and can't do with it, but it is here. And by the way, a big part of this for me is just to see, right? It's not that, like, I'm streaming right now 1080-60 and it's fine. So in fact, I can drop down in the speed, right? And I probably will. I'll probably drop down my upload speed. But I just wanted to try it. I just wanted to see what it was like. I wanted to get in that Lamborghini and put the fucking thing to the floor and just go, oh, that's what that's like. And then be like, I'll go back to my Mitsubishi Delica and just cruise around now. But it doesn't look like, to get that to happen, it's going to be expensive and it's not commonplace. So maybe we'll put a pin in this stream and come back in 5 years and be like, oh yeah, man, they're all synchronous speeds these days and they're all gigabit. So for that, with that in mind, I'm going to have to pay attention to what Craig Hocking left on my channel and just in the chat. I'm going to probably run Cat 6, right? Just to future-proof it. Because the fiber's there, the last little mile from, or the last little 40 meters, I should just run the Cat 6. Let me do a little search. What's Cat 6 internet? What did you say? Cat 6 E. Did you say Cat 6E or Cat 6A? I think you said Cat 6A. Yeah, Billy Watson said go Cat 6A. Billy Watson. Cat 6A cable. What's it worth? Tell them the price, son. This is cabling.com.au. Cat 6A. 2.5 meters worth. Okay, so I'm going to need about 30 to 40 meters worth. 5 meters is $10. 1 meter, 1 meter. Look, can we just go big rolls of that shit? 4 meter, 2.5 meter, 2 meters. Let's first of all, Cat 6A cable explained. Let's just learn what it is first. Understanding the difference between Cat 6A cable types. What is the real difference between Cat 6 and Cat 6A skins? The history of data communications. The history of data communications is closely linked to the developments in cabling and the connecting hardware. Can you read that? High-performance data networks and local area networks, LANs, cannot perform well without appropriate cables and connectors. When we take a look at high-speed data networks... Oh, by the way, I got a question. About NTDs. I want to ask this after we read this. When we take a look at high-speed data networks like gigabit and 10 gigabit Ethernet, it's hard to imagine that these data networks descended from telephone networks. Local area network technologies have evolved greatly over the years. Blah, bling, blang, blang. There's a little chart from how it started. Due to the evolution of tech and the greater demand for higher speeds, cable and components have developed that can transmit faster speeds, blang, bling, blang, blang. Category 3, yada, yada, yada. Over the last 5 to 8 years, Category 6 cable and connectors have become a basic requirement for new buildings. Okay. In order to support gigabit network apps and support bandwidths of up to 250 megahertz a second, Cat 6 is also beginning to replace Cat 5e in residential environs. Okay, so I'm hearing Cat 6a is the shizzle. Cat 6a, which supports data rates of 10 gig up to 100 meters and a bandwidth of 500 megahertz a second, has begun to grow in popularity. Many data centers, hospitals, and universities have adopted Cat 6a as a new minimum requirement. Other developments in Cat 7, Cat 7a, and Cat 8. Now, is the A just means it's shielded? I guess. Cat 1, 1 megabit. Bah. Cat 5e, 100 meters can theoretically top out at 1 gigabit. Cat 6, 10 gigabits limited distance, but Cat 6a, 100 meters gets 10 gig. Okay. So Cat 7 is fully shielded, non-modular, fully shielded, in development. I'm going Cat 6A for sure then. Why would I go anything less, right? Why would I not use Class 6A category? Yeah, why would I not do that? Oh, the cost, of course. Cat 6 cabling provides many advantages. Yo, do you have a decent router? Yes, I have a Netgear D700, 7000 V2. I have this, man. How come it doesn't just come up? This is what I have. Okay. I'll just type it in here. DV7000. No, DV7000. Is it DV? It's not DV. What did I type first? D7000 V2. That's my bad. D7000 V2. Show us the fucking product, dudes. What the hell? What? How come it doesn't come? This is a community page, that's why. Product review. This guy. That's not it. Yeah, this is it. This is what I have. So yes, I guess you can take a look at that if I chisel it in the chat for you. Back to this here. Here we go. Cat 6 cabling provides many advantages and benefits over Cat 5e cabling. Cat 6 was first introduced. It was approximately 50% more expensive, which made it cost prohibitive. However, Cat 6 costs have reduced substantially over a number of years to the point where costs are almost on par. Cat 6 provides greater bandwidth over Cat 5e and allows for higher data transfer rates. Therefore, Cat 6 has now become the minimum standard for new cabling installs, which this is. As well as being able to easily support 1 gigabit networks, Cat 6 can also support higher data rates of 10 gigabits. However, 10 gigs is only supported over shorter distance of, say, 37 to 55 meters. Well, that's within the range that I've got. Cat 6A is capable of supporting data transfer rates up to 10 gigs at a maximum bandwidth of 500 megahertz a second. Cat 6A has additional and tighter twists with additional insulation to reduce crosstalk. Cat 6A is also backwards compatible with Cat 6 and Cat 5e. However, speeds are always limited and will perform to the lowest category cable or connector that is installed within the link. Cat 6A is fast becoming the most cost-effective solution as it is seen as future-proof cabling system. 6A components are used in Class EA networks as defined in blah bling blang blang. One of the perceived disadvantages of Cat 6A is the actual size and weight of the cable. Cat 6A was 50% larger when it was originally appeared in 2008. Since then, cable sizes have been reduced and slimmed down about 10%. That's good. But then again, it's going up in the roof, so who gives a shit? The additional weight increase also reduces the amount of cable that can fit into a cable tray. Okay, fair enough. This results in a larger cable tray and conduits and smaller bundle sizes. Okay. The increased room is also required for the cable bend radius. Fair enough. Okay. Termination methods and times have also been seen of a negative. However, new modular jacks and outlets which can be terminated in around 2 to 3 minutes have reduced install time and cost. One of the main arguments in favor of installing Cat 6A infrastructure now is to future-proof the network. Therefore, if the planned lifetime of a new cabling system is 5 or more years, Cat 6A should be considered as the option. If the planned lifetime of the network is 10 or more years, Cat 6A should definitely be the solution. Additional factors, shielded versus unshielded. End users also have the option of selecting from either shielded or unshielded. Shielded Cat 6A cable generally has an outer foil shield around each individual pair or around all 4 copper pairs. In addition, modular jacks, outlets, and patch panels are also protected by metal housing. Okay. Cat 6A cabling is available in various configs, shielded, unshielded. We just read that. The first letters indicate the type of overall shield, while the latter letters indicate the type of shielding on each pair and the balanced elements. Cat 6A means the cable consists of 4 unshielded twisted pairs and no outer shielding. Cat 6A FUTP means the 4 cables consist of 4 unshielded twisted pairs. However, it contains an outer foil shield. So the F stands for foil. This is a shielded cable. There is also Cat 6A SFTP, screened foiled twisted pair. Normally Cat 7 cable that has 4 individual shielded pairs and out of... Okay. So the benefits of a shielded Cat 6A protects against this, whatever the hell that is. What the hell is that? ANEX. Bank bridging ANEX. What is ANEX in regards to networking? Networking. How to test cables for ANEX. What the hell is ANEX? Oh, get out of there. We're running a tin. Crosstalk, I guess, is ANEX. By the way, as we're talking about this, I'll ask this question about the NTD. Do you need... This is going to sound a bit crazy, right? Do you need a modem? Can you plug a Cat anything cable, in this case it's going to be a patch cable this long or whatever, can you plug that straight into the NTD and directly into an Ethernet port on a laptop? Not that I've got one on this MacBook Pro, but I could get a dongle to check. Or do you need to go the NTD into a router and then send it out? Because isn't the router, if you're going into the LAN port, in this case LAN port 4, isn't that already a local area network? What I guess what I'm asking is, what technology is the router doing aside from just providing the extra ports and the Wi-Fi? If anyone's watching this after the fact, because the chat is quite quiet right now, but if anybody's watching this after the fact and you're going to answer that question, go easy on me, because I'm not really a networking type. But I'm just wondering if I could just go direct. And then the other question that would bring would be, why can't there be a fiber optic cable from the NTD direct to your modem? Yo, Dudsky in the house. Hey, Gives and Givers. How you doing, man? Yeah, this might be a bit out of your league too, Doug. I'm not saying you don't know anything, but I'm just saying I don't know how much you know about network tech, but I don't know jack shit really. But can you run a Cat 5, Cat 6, Cat whatever cable direct from the NTD into a laptop, or do you have to go into a modem to then create your Wi-Fi and create your additional LAN ports? I guess I could try it. I mean, I've got a Belkin Thunderbolt dock which does have Ethernet port on it, so I could take it all down there. I mean, it'd be a bit of a bitch to pull all that crap out, but I could do it. But it's not worth doing if you're going to just get there and it's like, what are you thinking, dude? That's not going to work. You've got to have something else. You've got to have more tech than just a little cable. But that's what I was getting at. Like, why then do we even need to talk about Cat 5, Cat 6, Cat 7? Couldn't you just run a fiber optic cable straight from the NTD through your house into your modem? And by the way, are there modems and routers that have input for a fiber optic cable, or are they all Ethernet ports only? TKK, you can plug into the NTD directly? Oh, wow. Sometimes RSPs ask you to do that as an isolation test to troubleshoot speed issues. Interesting. Okay. Well, it would behoove me, I guess, to at least try that, right? Like, maybe just take my laptop to the other end of the cable and go, like, avoid the modem and just to see, right? I should do that anyway, just to see. I will do that. I will do that. In fact, that cable is long enough to go from by the way, the modem is just behind this wall, but the cable is 50 meters, and I didn't cut it and re-terminate it. I just coiled it up I was told you can coil Cat 5. I was told it's not going to get problem like you're not going to get any issues. So I could just drag it in here and just test it straight into the Belkin box. Yeah, okay. Well then, TKK, thanks for that knowledge. Then answer me this. Why isn't there an optical out port on the NTD? Why do you go from this beautiful optic fiber cable from the NTD, you downsample it into a Cat 6 or a Cat 5 or whatever? Why aren't we keeping it optics? Is that because optics are dangerous and fiber and laser lights and everybody can go blind? Yeah, why are we dumping that down to Cat whatever? Why don't we all just run fiber optics through our houses? Fair question, right? Why don't we run fiber optics through our house? And it's smaller cable, like way easier to patch through holes and shit. Interesting. Very interesting. You know what I'm going to do a search for? Router with optical fiber input. Oh, we're still finding out how much this was going to cost. Where were we? Cat 6A cable. I guess we'll just do Cat 6A cable. We'll just go 40 meters. Cat 6A UTP Ethernet cable, 40 meters, snagless black. Ubiquity store. That's a cool name for a store. Dude, it's only 20 bucks, man. That's nothing, dude. 20 bucks. TKK, depending on the type of connection, sometimes routers are required for authentication PPPoE handoff. Right. Okay. That's interesting because the Aussie Broadband one has no authentication. I remember that. But by the way, that's way cheaper than I thought it would be, right? So we're talking 20 bucks for 40 meters of it. Beware cheaper CCA network cables which do not meet Australian standards. All 8-way network cables are constructed with full copper core, unlike some. I mean, I'd have to do it. I'd have to buy it unterminated because it's going to be... There's a section of the pull through up in the roof that is like everywhere else you pull the cable through, it's huge openings. And then at the very end, there's like a hole about that big and there's already like 4 other cables through it. To get my existing Cat 5 cable through it, I had to grease that thing up with Vaso and like jam it in, jam it out, pull it in, pull it out, and eventually it slithered through. So there's no way I'm getting a bigger one. Like this cable is apparently a little bigger. So there's no way I'm getting a bigger termination point through. I'm going to have to cut the ends off and then recrimp it. I don't have a tool for that. I can borrow one, but that's heaps cheaper than I thought, dudes. Can we be assured that we are getting Cat 6A and not something else? Astrotech 40 meter Cat 6A 10 gigabit premium shielded RJ45. Let's see what that's worth. That's 42 bucks. That's double this price. Well, that was on special, I guess, from 39 to 21 skins. I mean, either way, it's way cheaper than I thought. That's M-Wave. I've bought from those Yahoos before too. Let's get rid of these other tabs that are annoying me at the back here. Get rid of that Yahoo. Get rid of that Yahoo. I'll keep that one up because I'm going to read that again myself. Get rid of that Yahoo. 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 I'm going to put this one. This tab's coming over here, skins. Belden. Did we look at Belden? Their website doesn't work. Get them out of there. Com Connect 40 meter Cat 6A outdoor cable. Outdoor? What does it matter where it goes? 125 bucks? Get him out of there. Lowe's. At Lowe's? Really? Lowe's.com? Is that Australian Lowe's or is that US Lowe's? guess that's US. Yeah, that's Hawaii. Wapahu. Oz PC market, 40-meter green Cat 6A Ethernet cable, snagless. 24 bucks. Okay, so we're definitely looking at a price point that I thought was, you guys, the way it was talking was that it's extremely expensive. That's not that expensive. That's not expensive at all. I mean, it's not is what I was thinking. I was picturing it to be over $100. Best Buy, Amazon. I've got an Amazon account. 40 bucks, free delivery. I reckon we're good. I reckon we're good to just get some. Umart. Let's see what Umart charge. 25 bucks. I mean, dude, that's fine. Hey, 40 meters of it. Yo, Billy. Hey, Billy. Hey, Cat 6 is where it's at. Dude, we read your comments on my channel on the video, and look, it's I'm glad I did this stream. It's become clear to me that 6A, right? Like, the cost involved, it's not exorbitant. In fact, it was quite a great deal cheaper than what I thought it would be. I thought we were looking at US prices at first, because it's like, there's some that are like, under 30 bucks, and there's some that are just over 45 to 50. So it's somewhere in that price range of 35, 45 bucks for 40 meters. That's fine, dude. And what I'll do is, when I buy it, I will patch it directly in, because it's going to reach, but then I'll have to terminate it and feed it through, and then I'll have to borrow a friend, Lester. I'll have to borrow Lester's tool and put the crimps back on, but I reckon I can do that with enough. By the way, does it matter which ones go where? So riddle me this. I know that there's a color code, right? I know there's six twisted copper pairs, and you should follow the pattern. But does that matter as long as each end is the same? Or does the left-hand slot with the clip facing you have to always be orange with white? Or can you, as long as you make the same color code on both ends, are you good? I guess there's one way to find out with that. Just do it the wrong way and then check. I will try to do it the right way. But it'd be worth just checking, I suppose. Or it's not worth checking, but it's an interesting question. Billy, do you know the answer to that? I hope you do. Not that it matters, and I can obviously research that myself, but I think what we've done here on this stream is assess two things. I'm not going to bother with changing RSP to get a faster upload speed. So then also, you might well and truly say, well, then why are you bothering running Cat 6 cable if you don't worry about the speed? I guess it's the future proofing that I'm looking at. I feel like right now, the speed that I'm on, 1000 or a gigabit down and 50 up, I'll definitely drop that down to like 250 down and say 20 up, because that's still going to be good enough for my use case. But then in the future, when RSPs wake the hell up in Australia and they go, oh, we should have been giving gigabit internet from the get-go, and they say, here's gigabit synchronous internet, and it's $120 a month, I'll be like, sweet, hook into that, and we've already got the cabling. Well, in that case, folks, I'm going to get out of here and go and take a walk. No, I'm going to look at these cablings some more and have lunch, and then we'll do a little stream on. I might do a kick stream later on. Now that I got fiber internet, it's just rad, isn't it? Also, if you get into any sort of networking, a 10 gig link is awesome. Yeah, if you've got backups and stuff that are offsite and whatnot. Yeah, and you're for sure, dude. Yeah, and look, it's not like the costing is so outlandish that it's like, well, you're gonna have to spend all. It's not that bad, right? In fact, that cost is less than what I paid for that Cat 5 50-meter cabling. I paid like 67. I paid $75 for that 4 years ago at JCar. 50 bucks. 50 meters of Cat 5, $75. So this cabling is faster, cheaper, a little bit bigger. Are you on regular Cat 5 or Cat 5e? Cat 5. So that cabling is Cat 5. Although, getting the speeds we are, it leads me to think maybe it's 5e. But then, if it was 5e, then it caps out at a gig. So we should be seeing higher. I did a speed test before. I can do it again. Let's go over here. Go to fast.com. This is with that connection, but also I'm using Wi-Fi from the router to here. So what I should do is take that cable and plug it directly in here and see if it gets to a gig. That's what I'll do once the stream's over. I'll do that for sure. And I can show you the upload speed if I put a little blur over this, so I don't want to give away my ISP. So there's the upload still going there. It's going to get to about 35. Yeah, 34 right there. That's what I'm dealing with right now. Of course, yeah, having had this discussion and having had this exploration of Cat 6 and Cat 6A, I'm going to plug that cable directly in and see what happens. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll do that, and then I'll post the results on my community tab right here on YouTube. So I'll plug that cable. I'll do it immediately. So within the next 10 minutes, there'll be a community post on my YouTube channel, of which you're on right now, and that will show you what that speed is directly from. So that's going to be from the NTD through 50 meters, because it hasn't been cut down. So NTD, Cat 5 cable, possibly Cat 5e. I'm pretty certain it's Cat 5, but it might have been 5e. It's going up into the roof, across, down, through all the back ends. It's in a big coil right now, and then it winds into the modem. I'm going to unplug it from LAN 4 on the Nighthawk D7000 V2. I'm going to unroll the coil, and I'm going to patch it straight into here, into my Belkin Thunderbolt breakout box, which has Ethernet in. That goes into the laptop via Thunderbolt 4, and we'll see, and I'll post that bingo bango onto my community channel. If you want to check that out, come back on the channel, on the community tab in a little while. Give me half an hour to do it. Hey, thanks for being here. Education stream. I liked it. Catch you all later, you lovely specimens. Get out of here. You go up there. Sand shoes. Stay. Don't move. Good.